someone caught the woman in active adultery, he didn't say
Mhm.
not. He said, "Here without sin, cast the first stone." So he didn't even try to stop them. He just confounded them and it showed them, the folly of their ways, pretty much. But he didn't say no, 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 like they want him to do. But
Yeah.
he didn't. And that proves that scripture, like Christ didn't. He used the punishments, pretty much. You know what I mean? He just up the
Yes.
ante.
That's it.
Salaki,
Yeah. Come on.
would it being that Yahweh Shai said that, would there another reason would be like because at the time the leaders was allowing the people to sin against the Lord, saying, so they was looking past
Is more than that.
Okay, come on.
What did Christ tell them to do? Go to it. It's in the New Testament. I think it's in Matthew 23.
Where you said whether listen to what they say but don't do what they do.
Yeah. So what does that mean about the leaders?
Say again, sir.
What does that say about their leaders?
That they were not keeping the law,
but they were sinning. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's why I say it's more than that. They were the ones sinning.
Come on.
You understand? Just imagine if you have a leader, right? If your church is sinners, what do you think your leader is? What do you think your leader doing?
He's sinning.
You think he's keeping the law too?
He's wearing purple too, sir.
Yeah. You understand? Just think like that. Just think if your pastor he allowing, your wrist to be bent in the congregation, in your choir. What do you think he doing at home?
He playing the tambourine as well.
Yeah, he doing something at home you don't want to see. You won't be a fly on the wall to witness what he's doing at home. He's not obeying God. He's eating pork. He's sleeping with brothers, women in there. He's abusing kids in there. He's doing everything his congregation is doing and more. You understand? And more. Because they know what? The Bible tells you. Go to John, I think it's John 14. Hold on. Go to John 14 for me. You was finished with that? Woyala?
Salaki, sir. I had another question that was in the that was actually in the verse. It said, "But if thou will enter into life," like what does life mean in this scripture right here? Like, what does it mean to like actually enter into what life?
Okay, good question. Very good question. Because you're living and breathing, but what does it mean to enter into life? What is happening to brothers outside of this school?
It's like in the world they dead.
They are being what? Unalive. You understand? But in here, you are doing what?
It's like you're living righteously.
Remember your question. What's your question?
Oh, it's like you're living. It's like you're living life.
Yeah, you're living life, huh? Like brothers think when they come into the school. What are some of the things they think? Like brothers in the world think when they see us. What do you think they think? And don't talk about sisters. Oh boy, sisters think. Yeah, I mean our wives. We have them in cages, and the only time they come out is for high holiday.
Right.
You understand? You think? Yeah, I mean they think. Oh, you all are women. Because we sure don't sound like we are women now. We sound like them. Yeah, I mean, our woman, they in hell. You understand? They look at this. Yeah, I mean, they look from the outside, and some of our sisters, some of our brothers think that what in here we are what they feel like what. Why do some brothers and sisters come in here and then leave? A few things, of course, but in a nutshell, why do they leave?
Well, it's like so they feel trapped and feel like they can't live life to their fullest.
Yes, they feel like they can't live.
Salakia.
Come on.
I was
Come
gonna
on.
say because they're weak.
Okay, you are correct when you say they're weak. But okay, the ones say they're weak. You understand? You will have to show them that they're being weak.
They
But
think it's too strict.
Yes, now you're getting to what Awoyala is saying also too. Like they feel caged. You understand? They feel like they can't enjoy life. When brother, we go to the club. We just had a cookout. You think them brothers was what? Was in the home just doing what? No, they was at the club partying, but it was doing it righteously in brotherhood, in sisterhood. They was doing it right. So you can't come and tell me that we don't get down. We get down in here. You understand? You can't, Israelites, we like to party. We gonna party. But
So
when
like,
you come in here, you live. Come on.
I would say I heard people say some when it comes to the sisters, it's our way of trying to control them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to, what I'm saying, make them we use them to what's the word they say? When you trying to trick somebody? Manipulation
yeah.
Con one con. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. But that's an excuse, and as Kwaba says, the weak. That's just weak. But in the form of hiding their weakness, they give you an explanation that to them sounds pretty sound. You understand? But they're actually weak. They can't come in and and just follow what orders. You understand? They can't come in here and their life be under a microscope. Hey brother, what you doing? You're paying it, sister, you're paying the tithe, brother, you're paying the tithes. Hey, we're doing that. We're doing. You ain't smoking, right? You ain't going back into the world. You ain't doing this. You need we can't eat tuna. It's unlawful. Like now you start to come in where you have to do what? Start following rules. You understand? Start following rules. You understand? And some people, they just can't do it. They're just too weak to do it. So guess what they do? When a man, when you read the Bible, when you come in here, one of the first things that hits a sister is what? What smack a sister all the way back off the chair?
It's like, sir, having more than one wife.
Yeah. She hear that? She looking for the exit door. She looking for the exit door. And some of us will do what? Some women will do what? Some women will hear it and fight with their spirit. Fight and know that what? It's in the Bible. This is what this is what they teach. And they're going to what? Put aside. Some sisters will do what? Will be, you know what? This ain't for me. Let me go to the purple or the, whatever group that now teaches what? You could only have what? One wife. She just leave and go. You understand? Or because you're a brother and you can't do it, you leave and what? You go back into the church. Your sisters just go back into the church. Because that is too much. Me sharing my man? Oh, hell no. When you've been doing it when I was in the world, you just accepted him lying to you and saying, baby, you're the only one. Here's some flowers. He's like, yeah, I better be. You won't. You wasn't. He had somebody else. And how I know? How I know he had somebody else? How you know he had somebody else?
It's like you, sir.
Come on.
He was lying to her.
No.
Let's see.
He's a Christian. How do we know that he has another woman?
No, yeah. How we know he had another woman?
It's like, so they always do.
Yeah, I know they always do, but how we know that? because she left him.
Oh,
She ain't here with him. She ain't here with him no more, right? She left him. Otherwise, she would have been with him.
Right.
You understand? You'd have been with him, but you left him because he had another one. So now you come in here and you learn a man could have more than one woman, and now you're all thrown off. Nah. Mm-mm. I mean, and some brothers just, you know, I mean, weak to the point where they don't understand that type of woman, you know what I mean, will leave you no matter what, because they're not loyal. Woman like that is not loyal. You understand? UPK, we build loyal women.
That's right.
You understand? Build them. You understand? You're going to hear it, and they're going to be like, you know what? I don't like it. I mean, not like it personally, but the Lord says okay. So I'm going to serve the Lord. I'm going to serve my Lord. You understand? And whatever the Lord will it. You understand? All right. Any more?
Lost. So that's it on that.
That's it on that. Okay. Anything else?
Salakia, Captain, I have a question.
Come on.
In the book of Leviticus, chapter 24 and verse 10.
Leviticus 24, verse 10. Come on.
I'm trying to figure out what is a Israelitish woman.
Come on.
So book of
Leviticus what?
Leviticus, chapter 24 and 10.
24 and 10. Come on.
And the son.
Read verse 8.
Verse 8. Okay. Book of Leviticus, chapter 24 and 8. Every Sabbath he shall set it in order before the Lord, continually, being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant. Verse 9. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and they shall eat it in the holy place, for it is most high, most holy unto him of the offerings of the Lord, made by fire, by a perpetual statute.
Right. So this is pertaining to the Sabbath, right? So skip down to verse 10 now.
Verse 10. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp.
So is Israelite-ish. That's the question you have, right?
Khan.
She's an Israelite-ish woman. Look it up in the Zondervan. All right.
Salakia Cap. I don't see Israelite. I don't see Israelite Tish.
Okay. So skip down to verse 11.
Verse 11. Leviticus chapter 24 and verse 11. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shalamith.
So who's his mother they're talking about? Is that the which person we talking about here now? His mother's name. Who's his mother's?
I guess the Israelitish woman.
Right.
The daughter of Dabre,
Mm-hmm.
of the tribe of Dan.
So what is she?
I don't, Salakia, sir. I don't even know what
Mhm.
the tribe. I don't even know what the tribe of Dan is.
Okay, the tribe of Dan back then was what? Was considered what? These were what? All right, they said Dan is like a what? Go to whole way out and go to Genesis.
Salakia Cap, you want me to
Mhm.
get it in the Zondervan? Dan.
That no. Get in Genesis. I think it's Genesis. I'll tell you. It's Genesis 40. With say what time?
49 and 16 about the adder.
Uh-huh. Come on.
Well, let me get it. Get that.
All right. So you'll know the tribe of Dan is basically where. You know what I mean? Come on.
Okay, so this is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17.
He shall what?
Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
So Dan is where?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they only have daughters at one point?
So where's the tribe of Dan?
They're with Manasseh now, if I'm not mistaken.
With Manasseh. Why say with Manasseh?
Manasseh.
Read one more time.
Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way,
Mm-hmm.
an adder in the path.
Adder in the path. Meaning what? You ain't seeing Dan, but Dan is where? Dan is in the 12 tribes are. As I said, the Lord could just do what? Had that tribe have what? Just women. But now he's in. You just don't what? He's a adder where? By the way. You don't see him.
You don't see, right.
You don't see him. You understand? But he in here. You understand? He all the way in here. Right? So now when you read the Bible, you know what I mean, and it talks about, for example, go to Matthew 4. Go to Matthew 4. Whole way at what's his name? Yasaka. Whole way out, right? And go to Matthew, I think is 4. Hold on. I think it's Matthew 4. Or Matthew 6. Let me get it with you. I will read it. So it's not 4. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, right? Give me 1 minute. Look in it's somewhere in Matthew where it talks about one of the 12 Canaanites. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Akim.
You said you're trying to find. I didn't hear the first part, Cap. You was looking for the Dan or the Canaanite. I mean, the woman of Canaan.
No, not the woman of Canaan. It was
Moabite.
No, not that one. That's a good one too. Find that one for me. Right? Find that one for me.
Come on.
All right. I'm gonna get just stuff here, right?
That Ruth.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, Matthew 10. Read Matthew 10. You can start at verse 3. Yasaka.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 3.
Start at 2. Sorry. Start at 2.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 2. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simeon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother.
So we're reading about what? The 12 disciples, right? 12 apostles. Now, what were they? What's the nationality? They were what? Yasaka, what were they?
Salakia, I don't want to guess. I don't know.
So the brothers that follow Christ, what were they? If you have to group them in a nutshell, what were they?
I mean, there was Israelites. Salakia, there was Israelites.
Yeah, you know how to guess. The Israelites. But what you will have to guess is the tribe, right? But we all know that they what? These were what?
Israelites.
As far as we know, we're Israelites, but the tribe of Judah, because they were what? In Jerusalem. All right? Read on.
And Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother. Verse 3. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew, the publican, James, the son of Aphelius, and Labelius, whose surname was Thaddeus.
Yep. Next one, last verse.
Verse 4. Simeon, the Canaanite.
Who?
Simeon, the Canaanite.
Simeon, the what?
Verse 4. Simeon, the Canaanite.
What tribe he was in? Simeon was a what? No. Go ahead.
Judah.
Yeah, but why is it saying he's a Simeonite?
Salakia. That's the land that he was at, where he was born.
Yeah. You understand? So they you know what I mean? Israelitish woman doesn't mean she was what? She may have been like an Israelite. No. You understand? She's an Israelite. You understand? But that Israelitish is just letting you know what about this woman.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Was she a sinner?
Okay, not so much. I wouldn't say so much sinner. Right? It's more like, okay, she grew up in in our ways, Israelite-ish. You understand? So let's think. For example, go to the Moabite. Go to Ruth. That's Ruth, right?
When that Ruth 3.
Anybody get it? When Moabitish, just look up Moabitish. Akim, you want me to get it?
Mm-hmm.
Ruth 2 and 6.
This is the book of Ruth, chapter 2 and verse 6.
Mhm.
And the servant that was set above the reapers answered and said, it is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab.
Right. So it's just telling you that what she is a what? She from where?
The land of Moab.
Yeah. That's all. You understand? But she was what? She was an
Israelite.
Israelite. Right? Read on.
Verse 7. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and had continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house.
Right. Right. So this is not saying that she was a Moabite. It's just where she lived.
Right.
You
Come on.
understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand? That ish, you mean, on it. Look up what you mean what the ish is. I mean the suffix. I think they call it a suffix.
Salakia, Captain. So
Mhm.
so she was an Israelite, or she wasn't an Israelite?
Which one?
The Israelitish woman in Leviticus 10. I mean,
She's
Leviticus
Israelite.
24. Okay, so she's an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't just say Israelite?
Why? Because it's describing. So remember, right? Okay, coming out of Egypt, what did they call us? Some of us. And people think it was Egyptians, other nations that came with us.
So Salakia Cap.
Mhm.
Does her son's father being Egyptian have any bearing on her being called Israelitish?
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Right? Now, I want to say I'm trying to get you to understand. When it says Simeon, a Canaanite, what does that mean? When you read it in the New Testament.
He was born in the land of Canaan.
Yeah, does that mean he's a Canaanite?
La.
You understand? Now, remember, okay.
So
These, come on.
I remember I was Jeremiah Hyman said something a few years back as far as like scriptures like these. Whenever you see a scripture like this where it talks about Moabitish or whatever, and it's pertaining to a brother or sister amongst Israelites keeping the law or doing something righteous, it's never a heathen. It's kind of the same way when it's when you see stuff like when you think they're giving salvation to another people, it's never that. The Bible doesn't consist that at all, and it's already been scrubbed since 1969. So as like an anchor when learning these scriptures, it's like when you see stuff like that, you automatically have to know that it's not a heathen, because the flip side of that is there's no scripture person in this Bible that we read that is the opposite of that. I mean, he's just a straight up heathen. There is no ish on it. So if an ish is tied to it, it's usually an Israelite.
Yes.
It's just a simple way to look at it, you know. But now I'm just trying to explain it. Okay.
No, say that one more time.
Oh, so I understand that you're trying to get to learn it though, because we all have to learn it. But it's like something that really helped me when I came across like that. I was like, oh snap, was this? I was a betwixt, but you shouldn't be, because there's no such thing as, you know, the flip side of that in the Bible.
Yeah, and its context also too, right? The context is this. Remember the question I just asked you, all right? What question I asked you? What did they call the people that came out of the of Egypt with Moses?
It's like, sir, the multitude.
What they call them in the Bible?
The mixed multitude.
Right. And what do people say the mixed multitude is?
They say a mixed multitude is all Egyptians up in there too.
Right.
Moab up in there too, which is not the case.
Good. Go to Exodus 12 and 38. All right. Go to Exodus 12 and 38.
Come on. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them.
And
And
what?
flocked.
Hold on. Who's with them? Yasaka. So skip up to verse 36.
Come. This is the book of
Let
Exodus.
Yasaka read it.
So Salakia. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 36.
Mhm.
And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians,
Mhm.
so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians.
What is this saying here? When they lent us stuff. What I mean?
Gave them what they needed. Salakia, Captain. They was given what they was needed at the time.
Needed. Okay, so remember, right? At this point, what had happened up to this point? What's the last thing happened to them?
Salakia, death of the firstborn.
Yeah. And what did the Bible say about that? At that time, they were put. There was, brother. You can imagine you're in a city, and all the firstborn, you understand, of those heathens in that city die. You imagine the type of screams that will be coming out in the middle of the night. And they know, following up to that, there were what 11 more plagues? Or 9 more plagues that took place, where the Most High showed their God to not be a God. When he made the river red, when he brought frogs, he gave them what do you call that? Hemorrhoids,
Hemorrhoids, lice.
lice. The Lord did all that to their God on them, and showed them that their God meant nothing. And now that night, when the Lord came for the firstborn, they had enough. There's like, yo, you all leave. So guess what? Hey, such and such, that earring, you doing anything with that earring or that chain? They did what? They gave it to us. It's almost like if you lend something to someone, what are you expecting? If you say you lend me some money, what you expecting?
Expecting it back.
You're expecting it back. But these Egyptians, they say you lent them, they lent us something. They wasn't gonna get that joint back. They did it unwillingly. They're like, look, just take it. Go. You all go. Leave right now. Just go. Come on.
So and that's and add to that point too. That's how unleavened bread. It was quick. You didn't have time for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So they made the bread without yeast. You didn't have time for the damn yeast to rise. They'll get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, just go. Start giving your stuff unwillingly. Let's give you with the hopes that what? That no other plague come on them. You understand? Read on.
Verse 37. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot, that were men beside children.
So now, remember in verse 37 said who? Who journeyed?
Yeah, the children of Israel. Salakia.
So we know that who is with them? The who?
The Most High.
No. Who is journeying? Sorry, not who,
so
but the children of Israel.
that's right.
Right? Not the other nations. It didn't say the Egyptians. It said what? The children of who?
Children of Israel, Salakia.
No. Read on.
About 600,000 on foot that were men beside children.
Go ahead.
Verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle.
So who went up with them?
Yes.
Come on.
So like, can we talk about the mixed multitude?
Yeah.
It was the ones that was rolling with Moses, ready to go, and the ones that didn't want to leave. Kind of like a Tyler Perry. He ain't leaving his damn mansion in Bentley's back here. He don't want to go, but he got to go anyway. He getting thrust the hell up out of here. You know, rich Negro or whoever. You know, the mixed multitude was those who was with Moses and the ones that weren't. It didn't matter what you had to get up out of Egypt.
Yes. You understand? That mixed multitude has nothing to do with what Egyptians rolling with us.
So
no Egyptian roll with us. Come on.
So it doesn't mean other nations neither, right?
No, never. The Lord doesn't care about these other nations. How you know that? Because if this had to deal with the other nation, then it will contradict what you're reading in 2nd Ezra 6 and 54, and in Isaiah 49, where there's a drop of a bucket, right? It will contradict it.
Look.
It will contradict the Bible. Remember, who does the Lord care about?
Salakia, the children of Israel.
The children of Israel. That's it. You understand? He cares about them. Now, when you start breaking it down with the children of Israel, now you have people who are what? Righteous, people who are not righteous. You understand? But nonetheless, they're the children of Israel, and they have a chance of repenting and coming back in the unrighteous. You understand? Remember, in Isaiah, he said what? He does not what? What did the Lord say he doesn't like to do? He don't like what? He don't like unaliving us. Don't like it. You understand? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? But he'll rather us do what? What does the Lord rather? Give me Isaiah. Oh, is it Ezekiel 18 and 23? Ezekiel 18 and 23.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 18 and verse 23. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die?
Right, and that's Israel he's talking about. Right? Lord said, I have no, do I have any pleasure in it? Do you want to, you have a wicked son. Do you have any pleasure in doing what? In putting him away? Putting him out of the house? Any pleasure in that? Do you want your son, your seed, to be living out in the streets? No pleasure in doing that. No pleasure in that. And the Lord look at us as his children. That's why we are the children of what? Israel. You're a grown man, and the Lord say what? You're part of the children of Israel. You understand? You're a grown woman, you're still the children of Israel. That's how the Lord look at you. Just like a father. You could, you could grow, to a grown man, and your father, he still look at you like a child. That's why some of us, our fathers, have a hard time in doing what? Listening to us and, taking what we say, like trying to teach them. Taking it hard because they still have that mentality. Oh, you're a child. To me, I'm a grown man. You teaching me? Nah, I was changing your pampers. You understand? Read on.
Saith the Lord, and not that he should return from his ways and live.
That's what the Lord wants for you to what? Turn from your wicked ways and what?
And live.
And live. You understand? That's what the Lord want. You understand? That mixed multitude that came out of Egypt, those are brothers and sisters who didn't what? Who didn't have that full belief in what Moses was doing. But at the end of the day, they were what? They were brothers and what? Sisters. You understand? They put that blood, you know what I mean? The so Israelite puts in what? The blood, the lamb on the door. Better do it. You know what I mean? All right. Read on.
Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live?
Shall he live? He asking you a question. So now you have a righteous man who turned from being righteous and start being what? Wicked. Brother that come into the school and start doing what? Cleaning himself up. Stop smoking weed. And then guess what? He leaves back out to what? To go smoke more weed. He was worse off than when he came in. So now he's smoking day and night like a chimney, sucking on that weed. You understand? All right, read on.
All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned.
Yeah. Don't look for, I mean, what you did in the past. The Lord don't want to hear that. What you're doing right now. Yeah, a cigarette hanging off your lip. I mean, oh, you're in the work of the Lord, trying to save brothers and sisters' lives. Oh, your sister in here cooking for brothers. You know, I mean, taking care of your husband, making sure he have what he needs to do the work of the Lord. What you doing now? Now, what you do in the past? You want to know about that. You want to know what you're doing right now. All right, read on.
In his trespass that he have trespassed, and in his sin that he have sinned, in them shall he die.
You understand? That's when you're going to die. You understand? Right now, you have your grace period, brothers and sisters. Make use of it. You know what I mean? Make use of it. It's up to the Lord, nonetheless. All right. That's why you know what I mean, you can't, you know what I mean, that's why it's stupid for other Israelite groups saying you what did you say? You two you're gonna die, or you the Lord. You deciding who live and die now. What did Paul say? What's Paul's mentality? Come on.
Say not who's going to ascend into heaven, but bring Christ down.
That too, but he said he said what? He said that, but something else he said.
To lock yourself up, man.
To
live is Christ and to die is gain.
Yes.
So like I said.
Well, come on.
You said what Paul said?
Yes.
Come on. Paul said that, you know, if he had it his way, he wants all Israel to be saved.
That's it. That's it. Paul wished that all Israel could be saved. Paul didn't say you two-thirds you're going to die.
Come.
Paul loved his brothers and
That's
sisters. Right. You understand? He didn't want, you know what I mean, to see his brothers and sisters die. He would rather them do what changed like the Lord wanted them to change. The Lord don't want to unalive us. You understand? But he will to prove, you know what I mean, that the laws are not done away with. Like your Christian church will have you think. All right? Any more?
Salakia la'a.
So you're good on that, right? So just think the context, right? Once you read the Bible and that context seems as if it's talking about someone getting punished for their sins, right? We know that what? The laws are given to who?
Salakia, Captain, all of Israel.
To Israel. You understand? To Israel. It's in the book of what? Psalms 148 and what? 19? Right? It's given to Israel. So you know when it's speaking about anything pertaining to the law, you know what I mean, to a person pertaining to the law, it's talking about who? Your Israelite brothers and sisters. You understand? They ain't talking about the heathens. The Lord don't give a damn about them. The laws are not for them. A white man could start eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster today, and that still won't make a difference when Christ returns. He's going to have to pay. You understand? That is not going to stop him from going into captivity when Christ returns. You understand? Like he don't have remember the Zondervan tells you, even the Bible tells you that what? The Lord is not going to give them any mercy. Any mercy. The Lord tell you that he was going to what? What he said about the Ethiopians. He said he was going to slay them with the what? The sword. You understand? So anything where it seems as if this person is being saved or being brought in, that is not a heathen. That's an Israelite. It's just like that the word stranger, right? Stranger in the context, right? Does it mean in certain contexts speaks about what? An Israelite. You understand? It speaks about an Israelite. Check and see if that's in his Zondervan. Look up stranger, and then of course we know Gentile is normally speaking about who? Heathens. But in context, it might be referring to who? An Israelite. You understand? All right. All right. For example, go to I think it's Matthew 10. Is it Matthew 10 and 2? Read Matthew 10 and 2, Isupk.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now the names of the 12 apostles.
No, not 10. I think is it Matthew 15? Where till they go not in the way of the Gentiles? Matthew 10 and 5. Sorry, let's skip down to 5.
Gotcha. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans. Enter ye not.
All right, so it you understand? In that context, Elaine, you know what? Don't go into their ways. And these Gentiles, right, ways, he's letting you know what? These are who? Don't go into these heathen ways. You understand? And he told you furthermore, don't go into the city of what? The Samaritans. Now, if Christ was about all love and he was about bringing all nations together, why would he tell you not to do these things? Why would he tell you don't go here? Don't go into the ways. Don't go into the city of Samaritans. Don't do that. Why? Because Christ is not all love. God is not all love. You understand? So it's all based on what? The context. You understand? Once you read that context and it's song, like you're trying to bring some nation in, you know, there's one river in the Bible. That one river is Israel, Israel, Israel. No other nation could be saved. None whatsoever.
Khan.
You understand? All right. Anytime you meet a group trying to tell you some nation could come in, is because of what? They just love the oppressor. They're really trying to tell you what? The white man could come in. You understand? And then some groups bring in what? These Africans in now. Like who? Your purple. Christians. They're bringing the Africans in. Why? Because somebody want to sleep with some African.
Salakia.
Come on.
Yes, I am. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm asking like that question, because I mean I see a lot of it now more than ever. Like a lot of other nations are coming in to like into the fold, and I'm just trying to figure out like, is there anywhere in the Bible that's saying that you can? Because it's like if you study the Bible, like why is it you letting these things happen? You know? And I mean, I'm just like, if you letting these things happen and you actually believe it, like you know, it just don't make sense. If it's not meant for the other nations to come in, then why is it even a platform?
Yeah, that's because your leader, you understand, he is vile, and he, you know what I mean, he lets another head choose his woman. You understand? I mean, you don't do that. We don't do that. You understand? We think with this. We don't think with the crutch. And some men think with a crutch. So to a man who thinks with his crutch, he will look for what? Some woman that he lusting after to go do what? Have sex with her. I say, see, this Egyptian, this Moabitish woman, and now it's a mess because you just have a lust and an itch. You understand? And you can't deal with a black woman when the black woman ain't no other woman better than the black woman on this planet Earth. Trust me.
So, like, if I may, I don't want.
Come on.
I would also say that's the reason why we say the ISUBK is the only home of the truth, sir.
That's right. Because in here, we love what the Lord loves. And what does the Lord love? Yasika. Who does the Lord love?
The 12 tribes. Salakia, the 12 tribes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I mean? Ain't nowhere in there you're going to read where the Lord say he loved these other nations. Because then we're going to have to bring all the context, and then we're going to bring all the scriptures, and you're going to be getting cut from left, right, and center. It's just that the Christians, what scripture do the Christians go to try and bring in everybody?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They try to use John 3:16.
That's it. One shot. You know, so I can't, you know, I mean, like them Christian come into a gunfight with a musket. Well, ain't no sweat. You come with your musket, you better aim straight. You understand? Musket and it dusty. Ain't nothing in that. That shit ain't gonna work. You understand? One shot they're coming with. You understand? And it's we teach you in here to what? That what? John 3:16 is basically a black man, two black men having what? A conversation about the Israelites. You understand? Two black men having a conversation about the Israelites. Brother, I did a what I did to I sat down. You know AI right now, right? Chat GPT. You sit down, you type it in. You know what I mean? Who I forget what it is that asked them, I think I asked them about John 3:16. Oh, I forget what I asked them. Man, he come with that same BS. Not John 3:16, everybody loving everybody. But when you start bringing precept, it start checking. Oh, you okay. I know I could see that. Now I understand. You understand? And that's Christians for you. Christians don't know the Bible. They don't learn the Bible. You understand? They just go to a place that make them what? Feel good about their life. When we not in here to make ourselves feel good about our lives. We're not in here to do that. We're in here to do what? To serve the Lord. That's what we're in here to do. Give me Ecclesiastes 12:12. I want to see if I can pull that joint up. I don't know where I save it. forget where I save it, man. Hold on. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Yasaka, give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 12.
Salakia, 1 second.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You said 12 and 12?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books, there is no end. And such study is a weary, and much study, Salakia, and much study is a weariness of the flesh.
Right. So he's saying what did he say about the duty of a man?
Salakia, Captain. May you repeat that?
I said, what did he say about the duty of a man? Read 12 again. 12 and 12 again.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books.
Go up to verse 11.
Okay. Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies.
Hold on. Let me get with you. Hold on. Summarize it. Try 9, 12 and 9.
Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yeah, he gave good heed and sought
Let me get
out.
with you. Hold on. Could be verse. Oh, my bad. Yasaka. Start from verse 12. Is in 13. Come on.
Gotcha. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Mm-hmm.
Fear God and keep
Fear what?
Fear God.
That's what we're in here to do. We're not in here to feel good. You understand? When you fear someone, you do what? You are going to obey them. Well, it's saying what? Fear God, obey God. Obey him. You understand? You come in here and it's too much rules. You don't fear God. You fear man. You don't fear God. All right, read on.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
And do what?
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. That's the duty of a man. You understand? That's your duty. To fear God. To do what the hell he tell you to do. All right. Any more questions?
La.
You're good to go? All right. I know we're up on the time. All right. Who I pass it over to Zion? Or I think what's his name? Tabo on the end?
Salakia, sir. Officer Kowal got it.
Kowal? Okay, I will pass the class over to priest and officer Kowal. Tap it up.
Slack in 1 second, I'll grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Isupk security announcements. We at Isupk started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. New rule for brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrews, pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds are free will offer priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the feast of dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the sale of 8 days, Sunday, 14th December, 2025, all right, for 8 days. First Maccabees 4:52-61. Also, check the bulletin boards for any announcements going on. Also, too, Passover's coming up, so start making arrangements, get your things in order for that also, too. And subscribe also to hit the thumbs up when you come in here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? Hit the thumbs up, make a comment, all right? And any iPad your kids got, everybody, just subscribe to all of them devices, all right? Let's spread this truth out the world. If anyone wants to be a trooper, start wearing all black. Boots, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Ahmadiyya. Which means stand. Men of Israel. You're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher, Captain Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmadiyya. Barak.
Yahaba Shemi Hashem Brakathum.
Yajmatah, Sar, turn face sister Ahmadiyya. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmadiyya. Barak. Yajmatah, class dismissed.